What's going on, all my bitches, hoes, and non-binary bros? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you all see me? Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, and I do stress this because this is the most important part, can you all hear me? Mic check. What's going on, people? How's everything sounding? How's the music sound? Is the music a little too high? How's my voice? Is it peaking? Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, before we get even further into the stream. But while I'm doing this, let me go ahead and drag this chat right over here. Y'all know what it is. Y'all been through these Ask Neo streams. That's what we do. That's what we do. But what's going on, people? What's up? What's up? What's happening? I'm seeing some homies in the chat. What's going on, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, so starting at the top with the very first comment from this dude named NeoGameSpark. Oh, look at him, bright and early to his stream, saying first in before y'all make any late jokes. You see, look at that. You see, that's what happens when people show up to their streams on time. They get the first comments, and then following that, we got the homie Flame in the chat, early to the chat, but always late to the streams. That didn't make any sense whatsoever, man. I am not late to the stream. In fact, I've started the streams early. And yeah, you know how the pre-show goes, Flame. Oh, and then we got David Biglad in the chat. What's going on, my brother? I still don't know why I accentuate your last name all the freaking time, but I love doing it, bro. Oh, and then we got the homie Rhino242 back from Miami. Yeah, oh, shit, my man, that's right. You were in Miami, living it up. This man just took himself a couple days out there to escape the cold New York weather. Man, beautiful. Beautiful. We love to see it. And then we got DIMWITMONKEY in the chat. Konnichiwa, Riz-sama. What's going on, Dimwit? Good to see you. Oh, we got NKDN in the chat. We got Ghost Fixter. What's going on, gentlemen? We're all registered flex offenders. Oh, I like that. That's fire. I'm fucking with that shit, Dimwit. We got Elitist Edits. What's up? What's up? We got JMac19. We got Remote Bry. What's good, Neo? Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you too, y'all. It's another Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. It is another Tuesday. We got Red Sage in the chat. What's up? What's up? I'm having a good day. Just found out I got accepted into Columbia College Chicago for Game Art Bachelor of Arts program. Oh, that is awesome, dude. Congratulations, Elitist Edits. You're making some major life gains. I fucking love to see it, bro. Let's see. Oh, and then we've got who else is in here? We got Help Me 100. Good evening. Good evening to you too. We need to take away Don's wrench. We've given him too much power. Oh, I'm saving all the super chats and the membership things for a little later on. I'm just gonna go through this shout out real quick. We got CB, that guy, back at it like a crack addict. Love, brother. Yes, sir, indeed. I wanted to switch it up today. Normally I do say back at it like a crack addict, but for this stream, man, you know, we try to get a little spicy. You know what I'm saying? Try to get a little spicy. We got Dylan Collins. What's up, my brother? We got Pierre the Gamer and NintenDon The Otaku. What's going on, gentlemen? Good to see from you. We got Valkyrie24. What's going on, Maddie? What's up, my brother? It's early morning over there, right? You probably just woke up, man. That's crazy. Oh, we got Hibachi in the chat. Wagwan. Wagwan to you too, my brother. And we got Trapped in My Psych. What's going on, Chris? Fuzzy Belvedere, my guy. What is going on, Mr. Fuzz? We got the Fuzz man in the building. We got Julian Phoenix, Ace Breaker, Pooh. What's going on, gentlemen? Oh, we got Bella in the chat. Bella, long time no see, little sis. How you doing? Taking a break from all your like 40 different extracurricular activities? Yo, shout out to the homegirl Bella. When I'm talking about you want to maximize your time and be productive, Bella is that chick, man. It seems like every single day she's picked up a new hobby or new activity. She out here grinding, bro. It's amazing to see. We got Terrence JG. What's up, my brother? The daylight savings got me thinking you early. Yo, right? Daylight savings. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first Ask Neo stream since daylight savings kicked in. As you can see, there is still, well, I mean, even though it's a cloudy day outside, we still got some daylight action going on, and I'm looking forward to it. Y'all know me, I'm a summer baby, so like summer is my season. Even though it's hot as fuck outside, I love the summer season. Well, let me be consistent. I have a love-hate relationship with the humidity, but at the same time, I just love that the sun doesn't set until like 8 p.m., something like that. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the season, y'all. Let's see. We got Chris in the chat. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you. Maddie retracted a message. Oh, I wonder what spicy thing you said. Oh, snap. Oh, you just got back from the gym? My brother, making them gains. You'll love to fucking see it. I've been making some anime merch gains right now, as I'm sure you guys can see. I'm currently rocking this Hiei shirt that my girlfriend got for me for Valentine's Day. She got me like all types of anime merch from Matsuko for Valentine's Day. She got me like a whole bunch of Yu Yu Hakusho. She got me like 2 Yu Yu Hakusho shirts, a Yu Yu Hakusho sweater. She got me a Yu Yu Hakusho joggers. She got me like a Toei Animation joggers, and she got me something else. Like, she went hard for Valentine's Day this year. So, yeah, man, it was it's very dope. Like, Atsuko was very high quality anime merch. I fucking love it. But yeah, you know, gotta be repping that. Gotta be repping my boy Hiei. My boy Hiei. You know what it is. You know what it is. Actually, let me see if I can. Where is that bag? I just had that bag. And then I just threw my jacket on it. Wait, hold on one second, y'all. I am going to grab this bag. Okay, here it is. So, let's see. Where is? Okay, so here are the Yu Yu Hakusho joggers. Well, they're more like sweatpants. Great freaking loungewear, as you can see. Officially licensed merch from Atsuko. But the really funny thing about this, this is the funniest thing, as y'all can see, this is Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Y'all know this. Y'all know it. But the tag, for whatever reason, says Street Fighter. I don't know what it is about me getting these weird, like, printing errors. Like, I have the Goku flying Nimbus that is spelled Nimubs, and now I have a Yu Yu Hakusho freaking jogger sweatpant, and it says Street Fighter on the tag. I don't know. This might be worth money at some point. But yeah, got that. You know, got a bunch of other things in here. Like I love anime merch, you guys, but the days of me buying from like Hot Topic, Spencer, those days, they went out the window like 2 years ago, man. Cause like I like quality merch. I like good quality shit and shit to feel nice. You know what I'm saying? But let me stop talking about that. Let me go back to doing the shout outs real quick. Okay, where did I stop? So we were at Chris. We have the Sensu Bean plug. What's going on, my brother? Let's see. Oh, it was your birthday recently? Oh, happy belated birthday, Bella. Your father didn't tell me it was your birthday. I take that as an offense. So I'm gonna have to go take it up with Angel later on. But happy belated, Bella. Happy belated, Bella. That sounds like a tongue twister. Happy belated birthday, Bella. I hope you had a fantastic day. Oh, and speaking of fantastic people, we got the homie Corey Gryffindor in the chat. Mr. Suave and sophisticated boy from out west. What's going on? Let's see. We got Mexican Zoidburg. My man, Mexican Zoidburg. Good to hear from you, bro. We got Super Saiyan Mania. We got Uncle Take or Taki or Uncle T. I'll call you Uncle T. How you doing, Uncle T? We got Dominique Richardson. We got the homie J World in the chat. My man. He lives to fight another day. that freaking gas station story was crazy, my guy. Let's see. We got Zubin Jacob in the chat. What's up? Oh, you just got a Steam Deck. Ooh, listen, man. You say you just scored yourself a Steam Deck and your parents are mad for spending too much. Hey, listen, a Steam Deck is not a bad purchase, my brother. It is the gift that keeps on giving. Steam Deck supremacy, my guy. Ooh, we got Silverwolf26 in the chat. We got James Lewis. What's going on, gentlemen? Good to see y'all. And I believe that is everybody except PS Rewind. I almost forgot to shout you out, my brother. All right, so let's go ahead and do this intro real quick, and then we'll get the show started. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, races, and ethnicities alike, I just got a really risque text message right now. Welcome back to the channel. If you're tuning in for the very first time, my name is Neo, and this is Ask Neo. Ask Neo is my weekly Q&A series where you guys ask me questions, and I answer them to the best of my ability. And I have to learn to breathe more consistently throughout the course of this stream. But it's been a long time since I've seen you guys, a whole 7 days, so I'm excited. What can I say? A couple of things before we dive into the show. There are a couple of links of interest I want to draw y'all's attention to. Down below in the video description are all of my social media outlets, from my Facebook to my Twitter to my Patreon to the Discord community, the Phantom Weirdos. Any place that you guys want to follow me, it is going to be down below in the description. The best place to follow me, of course, is Twitter. Give your boy a follow on Twitter if you haven't already. Twitter.com/NeoGameSpark. It'll be flashing on the screen here if you guys haven't seen it before. And yeah, I just want to give a huge shout out, of course, to all of the channel members, all of the people who've been sending in super chats. And we recently started doing something different on the channel. I uploaded my very first YouTube short. Now, it's not the most professionally edited YouTube short. I just recorded it on my iPhone and I just uploaded it because there was a brand new movie release that came out. It's not a new movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it is first time coming out on 4K. And that is, of course, The Prince of Egypt. Y'all know The Prince of Egypt is one of my all-time favorite animated movies. And when I found out it was coming out on 4K, shout out to the homie Danix. He informed me a few months ago. I was just like, I got to get this day one. I pre-ordered this with the quickness, and it's finally here. Dude, I cannot wait to crack this open. Like, me and my sister, we watched this movie so many times as a kid. It is the literal definition of epic. Beautiful animation, great performances, great music. Oh, God, the soundtrack in this is incredible. And it's just going to be nice to revisit it, man. If you guys want to pick it up, it is available on Amazon. It's currently, I think, like $21, and you get the 4K version, the Blu-ray version, and you get a digital code for Movies Anywhere if you want to watch movies anywhere. But yeah, that was the very first short that I uploaded, and it's actually doing really well in terms of the views and the metrics. I was insanely surprised. So I guess, you know, I have to start experimenting with YouTube Shorts and, dare I say, make a TikTok account. But yeah, you know, I'm going to start experimenting, doing more of those things, especially when there's like new game releases or, you know, something else that you guys are interested in that you want me to cover in a short-term format. But yeah, other than that, again, I do want to shout out everybody who's been supporting the channel as of late with all the subscriptions, the memberships, all that stuff. And we're going to dive straight into a couple of those things right now because we did get a couple of super chats from before the show started. So first up on the bat, we got the homie NintenDon The Otaku, who's been a member for the past 18 months of the Fandom Weirdos tier. Thank you so much for your support, Don. I really appreciate it, bro. And he says, what's up, chat? I hope everyone except Neo is having a great day. Oh, great. Here we go. See, this is how we start in the stream. Midshire 3, Mayo Eater, Babylon Sweep, Lord of the Rings Sucks, Manga Makers, Mega Milkers, Game of the Year. You know what, Don Otaku? You got to start getting creative with these things, bro, because this is it's not even phasing me anymore, my friend. You know what I'm saying? You got to get creative, bro. You got to go back to the lab. You got to be like Thor in Avengers Endgame when he was just sitting there, just like, he looking like Eminem, how he's ready to just spit a fire track. Like, bro, Don Otaku, you got to do better, my friend. But it's good seeing you, my friend, and thank you for the support. And then we got the homie Pierre the Gamer, who's been a member from the past 23 months of the Phantom Weirdo tier. Thank you so much for your support. And I noticed you just got back from your vacation, bro, so I hope that ended up going pretty well for you. And he says, can't stay long seeing that John Wick 4 early screening. Motherfucker! This man is seeing John Wick 4 early? Man, my jealousy is an understatement. Jesus Christ. But I hope you enjoy that, my brother. Totally not jealous. We got $5 coming in from the homie Flame. Neo, you need to sell your Series S. It's clearly holding you back from being on time for your streams. JK, man, how are you tonight? You know, I love my little Series S. I don't care what people say, man. Series S, I know exactly what I got when I bought the system. I got my Series X. My Series S is my little portable Xbox. I take it with me in different rooms. If I'm going on vacation for a long, extended period of time, I'll bring my Series S, man. I love it. I don't like, listen, man, y'all are just mean. Y'all are mean to the Series S. Leave it alone. Now, would I buy a Series S as a primary Xbox console? Hell fucking no. But as a secondary machine, especially for certain games where I'm not really worried too much about the performance or the frame rates, oh yeah, the Series S is dope as shit. But yeah, I'm doing good, Flame. I've had a really good, man, honest to God, it's been a really good past week, y'all. I ain't even going front. Everything has felt really euphoric. Maybe it's because I'm back into my rhythm of doing things, so everything is going according to plan. And even when shit doesn't go according to plan, it still feels really good because you're on the path, you're on the track, and it's just awesome, you know? And then by the time Tuesday hit, I'm just like, fuck, yeah, it's Ask Neo time. Let's do this. But how are you guys doing? What y'all been up to over the past week? What y'all been playing? What y'all been reading? How's work going? You know, life changes, career changes, romances, family life. Like, what's the one thing that you're proud about that you did in the last week? Let me know down below in the comment section. And shout out to everyone who's been joining the stream recently. We got Artsy Avanti in the chat. We got NT Saya. We got 3-Bit. What's going on, my brother? 3-Bit's been making himself some gains in the gym. I see you, man. I see you. Who else? We got Andrew James in the chat. Someone asked Neo his stance on snow. You trying to piss me off? Are you trying to piss me off, Andrew? Y'all should know. Y'all should know my stance on that shit, bro. But yeah, like I said, Ask Neo, it's a pretty chill, free flow, free form Q&A. So y'all ask your questions. And if I didn't get a chance to answering it within like 5 to 10 minutes, feel free to ask it again. And at some point, I'll go ahead and answer it. But let's see. Okay, so Hibachi says trying to get a new job. I feel you on that, my brother. Let's see. So my Galactic Purple DualSense controllers experience major stick drift. Ooh, I mean, knock on wood, I haven't experienced any stick drift issues with my DualSense controllers. I did have one issue with my launch DualSense controller. For whatever reason, it would not play PlayStation 4 games. Like, I think you guys remember this. I posted a video a couple years ago. It's so weird to say a couple of years ago now, you know, where I was trying to play Ghost of Tsushima. I was trying to finish it. And for whatever reason, my PS5 controller would not play PS4 games. It would play PS5 games just fine, but it said no PS4 games. So I ended up having to, well, I had already bought a DualSense controller from Best Buy, and I had warranty on that, so I just used the warranty from that to get a brand new DualSense controller. So I have 2 working, functioning DualSense controllers, no issues. And then I haven't opened it yet, but I do have the God of War Ragnarok DualSense controller, just because I hadn't purchased a special edition DualSense controller. I haven't purchased a special edition DualSense controller yet, and I was like, fuck it, let me get the God of War one. And I think it looks nice. It's not the craziest design, but you know, it's nice. And you know, orange and blue, complementary colors, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't experienced any issues yet. The Switch, on the other hand, man, maybe it's because I've had the Switch for almost 6 years now. But one of my Joy-Cons, well, the only Joy-Cons I own, really, it's starting to give me some weird issues. It's not full-on stick drift, but every now and then it's got weird connectivity issues. So, you know, fingers crossed it pushes me through all the way to when Zelda Tears of the Kingdom come out. But either way, I still have my the one controller I'm really worried about getting stick drift is my Nintendo Switch Pro controller, because that's for the most part how I play all my Switch games when I'm at home. And I've heard that even that controller can get some stick drift, so that was very surprising to me. So fingers crossed nothing happens to that bad boy, because I love that thing. $2 super chat coming in from Flame. Neo is the 3 a.m. Krabby Patty, just like Octopath 2. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Hey man, listen, I'll wake up and have a burger and fries at 3 a.m. I don't care, man. That shit is good. Okay. Oh, you just got your first back-to-back win on Fortnite. Awesome. You know, that's one of the things that I guess I'll never get into. I don't really understand the appeal of Fortnite like that. I mean, I've played it, you know, every now and then when they do a character drop, it seems kind of cool, but if Dragon Ball Z can't even bring me into Fortnite, I don't think anything will, you know what I'm saying? Not even Geralt, not even, like, what could they realistically put into Fortnite that would be like, damn, Neo's gonna play it? Persona 5? Alright, you know what? I might dabble around if I can see Joker running around the screen with a freaking machine gun. That'd be great. But that's not too far off from what you do in Persona 5 anyway, so what would be the point? I don't know. But yeah. Good evening, Mr. NeoGameSpark. What's up, Arturo? Good to see you, bro. And we got Black Karama in the chat. We got Michael Brent. We got Video Game Lover. What's up, y'all? Biggest crossover since Smash and Power Rangers team ups. Yeah, that's the thing about Fortnite. Fortnite is like that ultimate. How does it pronounced? Mugen? You guys know what I'm talking about. How like back in the day we used to see those sprite games that had like all the anime characters and video game characters in them. Yotsuki, what's up? Hey, Juliun Harris, what's good, bro? Oh, that's awesome. You had a really slow but great day. Honestly, I'll take slow, great days at work versus hectic and shitty days, man. So I relate to that wholeheartedly. I've been playing Persona 4 Golden, but I got the antagonist spoiled for me on Twitter. Damn, Twitter recommendations sometimes screw you over. Yeah, that is the thing that does kind of suck about playing a really old game that is re-released in the era of social media. You really got to be careful. Like, even though I love Persona 4 Golden, I try my best not to share anything about the game's story, even if it's related to, even if it's like a funny meme, because I know that it just came out on Game Pass and on, you know, PlayStation 4 and the Switch, and there's tons of people playing it. And these are long-ass games. They're not like a 5-hour story. So that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just, people say it's weird, like, oh, why would you worry about spoilers and blah, blah, blah. Like, for an 100-hour RPG that has a twist like that, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going to say anything else, because me saying that, someone playing Persona 4 Golden is probably listening to this and be like, oh, shit, it has a twist. And I was like, oh, fuck. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty cool, Trapped in My Psych. Nice. That's quite, yeah, because you big on the music scene when it comes to doing all that stuff. Hi, Neo. Who's your favorite Persona 4 character? My favorite Persona 4 character? Shit, I mean, I really like Chie. Yeah, I like Chie a lot. I like Kanji. I like Naoto. Like, those would be my top 3 characters in the game. Chie, Naoto, and Kanji. Hey, I gotta pull up to your movie theater at one point, Juliun Harris. I rarely join your live streams because I don't really watch people live and prefer old style YouTube uploads, but I'm trying to break out old habits and give this another shot. Hey, I appreciate the support, Inside Bite. Now, I definitely understand that, especially if, you know, the content of the stream is like very different from like the style of videos. Like, one thing a lot of people tell me is that when they watch a live stream, it's like very different from when they're watching like my recorded content. And that's how it should be, because you're putting on like 2 different hats. Like, live stream mode is like me, I'm just a lot more quirky, I'm just having fun, we're talking about things, versus video mode, like I attempt to get to the point within a couple of minutes. I attempt, mind you, attempt. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But shout out to all the people who've been joining recently. Shout out. I know you don't really know me, but I admire your videos and live videos because of your positive energy. My OG name was The Superior Artist. Now I'm The Art Legion, currently building on my art brand. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. You know, I mean, that's just me. That's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people wonder, like, Neo, what gets you out of bed in the morning? What makes you so positive? It's just like, bro, being alive, being able to be alive and do things is already a blessing in and of itself. Like, being able to just wake up and do what you want to do and hang out with people and enjoy entertainment and better yourself and just all of these things, like what we're doing right now, was not possible like 20, 30 years ago. And the fact that we're all able to do this and we can share, we can break bread, talk about the good times, talk about the bad times, talk about all that stuff. It's amazing, you know, like, and just hearing the growth from some people, you know, some people who've been in the shitter and then they've pulled themselves out from it. It's like awesome shit. Let's see. Oh, we got a $9.99 super chat coming in from the homie J-Dub. My man, my brother J-Dub. Good to see you, bro. Just got here. What's the topics, peeps? Oh, J-Dub. So Ask Neo, bro. It's pretty chill. You know what I'm saying? So people ask me the questions and then I answer them. We don't really got like a flow. It's not really like a podcast. It's just us chilling. You know, so every now and then people will donate a super chat or something. But J-Dub, you know what? Since you did donate that super chat, what do you want me to talk about, bro? What do you want me to talk about, my brother? Go ahead and give me a topic. And if I can speak on it to the best of my ability, I will talk about it, my brother. But hope all's well with you, man. J-Dub be fucking killing me on Twitter, man. This guy they posted something about Lord Cognito last week. And I was like, where the fuck do you find these photos? J-Dub is fucking, yeah, J-Dub killing me, man. Today's been a great day. A friend of mine gave me a shirt that had Jenna Ortega on it and said, "We stand Jenna in this house. Best gift in years." Yo, that is awesome. You know, something I've gotten really good at over the past couple of years is just the art of gift giving, man. And then you realize that, like, the gifts that you give people, it doesn't necessarily have to be crazy extravagant. It's just got to be something that means a lot to the both of y'all. Let's see. So we have a $2 super chat coming in. Actually, we have 2 $2 super chats coming in from Julian Phoenix. I apologize for missing the first one, bro. I'm so sorry. Can you talk about the Suicide Squad being delayed? Well, I guess that is our first topic. So J-Dub, if you have another topic you want to submit for the second one, I'll definitely talk about that. But all right, so we got our first unofficial topic for the night. Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. I feel like we just talked about this on like the last 2 Ask Neo streams. But we did learn that Suicide Squad kill the Justice League was a video game that was being developed for the past couple of years, and that last showing was not that great. It did not look like the game that we all originally envisioned. You know, we're thinking like Rocksteady, this is going to be a great co-op game, the first time doing a full-on co-op game, this is going to be awesome. And then it was everybody's worst fear come to light. It just looked like another Avengers style game, a live service game with 70 different types of currency and all that nonsense. Well, turns out that the game itself is getting delayed. Which, I don't know how to feel, man. I don't know how to feel about this, because on the one hand, everyone is like, oh, this is great news for the game, because they're going to delay it, so it's going to become better. But from the way it's looking, y'all, I don't think this delay is really going to benefit the game much, because you got to look at it. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Yeah, it did look kind of janky in terms of performance, but the performance of the game was not its biggest problem. The biggest problem was the core base of the game, fundamentally what the game was about. The game and what it was built around, being a games as a service with all these different characters that for the most part look like they play very similar, because that's the point of the game. Nothing about it felt unique. When you're playing as X character, King Shark versus Harley Quinn, you know, these characters, like, do they feel fundamentally different? Not really. You know what I'm saying? It's just looter shooter type vibes. And for some people, that's fine. But with a game like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, with the established characters of the DC universe, and this is the best you could come up with, like, oh, shoot this thing with these kind of bullets until this part here illuminates, and then you can, ugh, you know what I'm saying? To each their own, though. So them delaying it, honestly, I don't think that if the game gets delayed to the end of the year, I don't necessarily think that they're delaying it to fix the quality of it, because the core of the game, that requires a fundamental overhaul. Like, I'm talking like more than a year's worth of time. But there are some rumors flown around that this delay might lead into 2024. And if it leads into 2024, we might be seeing a lot of overhaul going on with this. But to the same degree, like, how much more could you change the game? Because this is the style of game they've been working on for years. Like, what could you do that can really change it to make it into the game that a lot of people would have rather preferred? I don't know. So it just, to me, seems like they're trying to save face. It sounds like there's going to be major crunch inbound, because if they're going to fundamentally change it, how exactly is it going to be a better game with such a limited amount of time? But yeah, I for those who are looking forward to it, I hope this is the game that you're looking for. Me personally, I don't like. Maybe I'm just old man Neo who doesn't understand the times, the destinies, the battle passes, all the things that people play. Sometimes I just want a game that's finite. It has a beginning and it has an end. You play the game, it has its life, and then you move on to the next game. Sure, you could support it with content, but you got to make sure the game itself is fun to play. Like, the story is fun to play. You could drop in and drop out. You can have longevity with it. Can I play this game years after the fact? Or is it something that if I don't play it in the moment, we're fucked? I don't know. Like, those are the type of games that I enjoyed playing. But maybe I'm not the market for that, because that's not financially... Oh, well, I'm not a whale in that respect. Like, you can't keep getting more money out of me. You'll get like your $60, your $70, and then maybe I might buy a season pass. But if I don't keep spending that same money every 3 to 4 months, is it really viable? I don't know, but what do you guys think about it? Okay, so we got $4.99 coming in from J-Dub. Salute, bro. Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, or Bleach. So out of those 3 series, oh, that's tough. All right. So in terms of what I've enjoyed the most... I would definitely say out of the 3, I've enjoyed My Hero the most. I really, really, really like the supporting cast of My Hero Academia. I like a lot of things they're doing in it. But to the same degree, I have not kept up with My Hero Academia in the past couple of years. So, Demon Slayer is cool. But the reason why I like Demon Slayer is because it knows what it is. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. And in that respect, I enjoy it. But at the same time, see, I'm very indecisive. But at the same time, Bleach, that new season of Bleach is kind of good. And this is coming from someone that does not like Bleach that much. Like, I admit it's got some good fights and it's got some good music and character designs. But story-wise, Bleach, I'm like, all right, whatever. But that new season of Bleach, I definitely fucks with that shit. Like, me and my girl watched like the first 6 episodes in a night. It was that good. I was like, wow, I am surprised. But... if I had to pick one of the 3, I guess it would be My Hero Academia, just because, like, I enjoy a lot about it. He says, I'm more of an ammonia guy. Yeah, that new season of Bleach, you know what I really like about that new season of Bleach? It gets right to the point, bro. It gets right to the friggin' point. Like, the second you start that, there's no, like... hey guys, we're gonna spend like 40 episodes reintroducing everybody and everything. It's like, nah, nigga, like, this is the setup, this is the villain, this is everything. I was like, oh shit, bro. It's great, man. It is great. Do you care for Jujutsu Kaisen? I really enjoyed Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, I've only ever watched the anime and I saw the movie. I'm really excited to see where it goes. Cause, like, to me, Jujutsu Kaisen was like a very, very, very solid first season of an anime. Very solid. Like, I love the core cast. I love the supporting cast. I love the lore, but I really want to see where that goes. And everything people have told me from reading the manga, similar to Chainsaw Man, is that it gets better. So I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for Jujutsu Kaisen to come back. How do you feel about the Last of Us HBO series? I loved it, but it felt rushed. And do you think they'll do a 3rd game? Yeah, so we'll talk about The Last of Us finale. I'm not going to get into spoilers. I know someone's going to say, how can you talk about spoilers for a 10-year-old game? Like, they should know. We're not going to do that shit. Because, the show does make some deviations. But yeah, overall, The Last of Us, as an entire show, I think that The Last of Us HBO series was good. In fact, I would go so far as to say it was great in a lot of respects. Now, being a fan of the game itself, I do feel as if the show had there were a lot of missed opportunities for more character building and character development, especially for a show that was 9 episodes long. I feel like they could have stretched this out to 12 episodes. And I know some people have broke down the metrics of the episode lengths and everything, saying that, well, the reason why it's 9 versus 12 is because the first couple episodes were much longer than the later parts of the series and yada, yada, yada. But to me, I feel as if they wasted some time having 2 particular episodes in the show. Episode 3 and episode 8. Now, I'm not saying those are bad episodes. In fact, I'd go so far as to say 3 and 8 are some of my favorites. Like, if I'm doing like a top 5 episodes, like, those episodes are on there because they're so good in the context of what the stories they're telling. However, in the grand scheme of things, if you're adapting The Last of Us Part 1 story, those 2 just took up a lot of time. What episode 8 and what I think they should have done is similar to Euphoria. So if you guys have watched another HBO series called Euphoria, what they did after the end of season 1 is they had these specials with these characters, right? I think there was like the Jules special, and then there was something else that developed more of the characters. It wasn't part of the main season, but it was something to watch for Euphoria, and it bridges the gap into season 2. If anything, I feel like they should have done that with The Last of Us. Like, you'll have the first season, and then you could do like this, maybe like a mini anthology packet where it's like some things that happen in the events of the world of The Last of Us. You could have that episode with Bill, and you could also have Left Behind there. And it can, satisfy people who love the first season because you're getting more content. And especially for a character like Ellie, this develops a lot of her without sacrificing the time in the first game. So to me, the first season, there were a lot of moments with Joel and Ellie that I feel like they could have had more. Like, if you are a fan of The Last of Us characters, you're looking at what they did with Joel and Ellie, and you're just like, why do I feel like the game gave you more? They gave him more opportunity to breathe, right? Because I'm looking at the Joel and Ellie dynamic, and the only reason I'm accepting it is because I know the game and I know how strong it was in the game. Here, it's serviceable, but it's not like I don't feel the same intensity with Joel like I do in the game. Something is there are parts of the show that feel kind of boneless in that respect. Like, they just feel lifeless. Like, they translate some parts of the game into the show really freaking well, and then other parts it's just kind of lacking. And then there's some other creative choices that I'm just not a big fan of. The Karen chick, whatever her name is, not threatening whatsoever. I feel like they wasted a lot of time including her in the story. Some of the other creative choices I do like. I love what they did with, Sam and the whole story and how they tie that in. I thought that was great. Episode 5 was fantastic. But then there's just some other things that I'm just like, why would you do that? I know it's different, but why would you do that? But overall, if I get over, my little annoyances being a fan of the game, it is certainly the strongest live action adaptation that we have seen from a video game. Like, a video game adaptation, like, this is definitely the best. Like, they put a lot of effort into it. I just feel like they're missing some of those things, like the infected being a part of the world. It feels non-existent in the show, and I understand that the whole point of The Last of Us, and Neil Druckmann has said this, it's about the characters. It's not really about the zombie apocalypse. But you can't ignore the elephant in the room that there is a zombie apocalypse going on, and it adds to the tension. I'm not saying you got to have a zombie fight every single episode, but it was those situations that made it feel like, oh shit, these characters are in danger. I didn't really feel like any of the characters were in danger in the show. It just felt like, hey, there's like 5 infected in the world, and then we'll have this one situation where there's a big infected, and you guys are going to fight them. Like, really? Like, come on now. So, going into season 2, one of my fears is already going to be alleviated. They said season 2 is going to cover Last of Us Part 2, but it's not going to be just one season. I think that's pretty good because Last of Us Part 2 story is much more grand in terms of scale, in terms of scope, by comparison to the first game. It's almost double the length too. So there's a lot more stuff going on with characters, and then there needs to be a lot of moments for these characters to just sit and breathe because there's a lot of heavy shit that happens in the story of Part 2. And I know this is controversial to say. I don't give a fuck. I love the story of Part 2. I think the story of Part 2 is so much better than the first game in terms of the rawness and the emotions and the intensities and what it's trying to do. You know, a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but hey, listen, it is what it is. Joel ain't your father. Go argue with your baby mama. It is what it is. But I don't necessarily... The thing I'm worried about is Bella Ramsey really up to the task of giving us that performance as Ellie? Because Ellie and what she goes through in the second game is traumatizing, right? Bella Ramsey as an actress, is she going to be able to give us that? I'm not so sure. And another thing, and this is another part where I'm kind of skeptical. The Last of Us Part 1, no, I'm sorry. The Last of Us show was not that violent. Last of Us Part 2 is very friggin' graphic. Extremely graphic. It's one of the most graphic games out there. A lot of shit goes down. The show didn't show that for whatever reason. If they tone down the level of violence, even Neil Druckmann said this, violence is a part of the Last of Us 2 story. If you tone that down for whatever reason, and you don't show how violent and cruel and terrible this world is, you're kind of missing a lot of parts of the story. And, you know, the whole cycle of revenge and what that does. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm very skeptical about with the season 2. So, yeah, Bella Ramsey, she's cool for this type of Ellie, but to give us that Ellie is a tall order to fill, and I'm rooting for her. I am rooting for it, definitely. But if it's not up to task, man, I feel like Last of Us Part 2 is where a lot of people are going to start being like, wait a minute, what are they doing with this? You know, the fact that they kill Joel, spoilers for a 3-year-old game. The fact that they kill Joel, like, I want to see that. I really want to see that. But I don't know. Is it going to hit? Oh, so here's another thing, man. Jesus. Is Joel dying? Is his death going to hit the same in the show versus the game? Because with the game, we got a lot more out of Joel, a lot more out of his personality, a lot more out of his relationship with Ellie. Is it going to hit the same in the show? Whereas this Joel is definitely a lot more one-dimensional. Like, you don't see his goofy side that much out of 1 or 2 scenes. It's going to be interesting. But, yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the Last of Us series. I think it's definitely worth a watch. I think that, for the most part, a lot of people are going to enjoy it. And it's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing I've seen in the world. It's just that I love The Last of Us so much as a game, and the more I think about it, the more I love it. And it's just, like, I'm very particular. I'm very particular, man. Because the game just did so many things right outside of raft, get the ladder, listen for a clicker. I'm so glad that there wasn't a lot of that in the show. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Art Legion. The flashbacks and the pacing of Last of Us Part 2 were my biggest critiques. I had no problems with the story. It was just how they handled that. And the fact that the game had like 3 different endings at a point. I was like, are we done yet? It's going to be interesting. The discourse surrounding Last of Us Season 2 is going to be very fun. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, do your boy a favor and hit that like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and answer 2 super chats from the homie Sensu Beam Plug. They actually came right as we were discussing The Last of Us show. So, first super chat, did you see the new episode of The Mandalorian? That John was boring as fuck. Nah, honestly, I liked episode 2. I liked episode 2 more than the first episode, if I'm being honest. Episode 2 had a lot of amazing imagery. Especially if you're a Clone Wars fan, there were some things that were like, oh shit, it's a nice callback. Which I guess that's kind of what I've accepted the Mandalorian show to be. It's that Star Wars show that, you know, it expands the universe and the lore, and it gives callbacks. You know, you wish there was a lot more dialogue going on, but I didn't think it was that boring. I thought it was good. Now, whether or not the rest of the season is going to be good, again, it remains to be seen. But nah, the first episode was definitely boring. $5 from Sense of Being Plug again. Have you noticed the Disney Star Wars alien designs suck? For example, the mole from Obi-Wan and the caveman from the recent episode. Yeah, no, there hasn't been that much originality going on in Disney Star Wars. I mean, Babu Freak is love, Babu Freak is life, so I will not take any slander as far as that's concerned. But yeah, no, they're not that inspired. I'll definitely agree with that. Hey, Daniel Pack, can't stay. Just came in to say, make sure y'all like the stream. You know what happens if you don't. That's a fact, you guys. Daniel Pack is the enforcer. If anything ever goes wrong with you in life, Daniel Pack is there to make sure it becomes even worse. But yeah, let's go ahead and submit some more questions, you guys. Let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about some stuff. And while y'all do that, I'm gonna go ahead and answer. I'm gonna answer something real quick. I gotta respond to a text message. All right. Oh, we got a $5 super chat coming in from Julian Phoenix. Thank you so much, my brother. What are your favorite Zelda OSTs? Mine are Forest Temple, Twilight Bloat, Gate of Time, Fire Temple, Muslim Version, Final Day, Clock Town, and Astral Observatory. You named a lot of the ones that I really fuck with, man. So from Ocarina of Time, so some of these tracks I don't know by heart. I should, but Ocarina of Time, I love. I think it's Saria's theme. Which is, I think that's the general theme that plays in the forest, like the do 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 do. I love the Gerudo Valley theme. That's great. What else? I mean, most of Ocarina's soundtrack is a fucking banger, to be honest. Wind Waker, I love the track that plays when you're just sailing through the seas. Dun, like, it's beautiful, man. I love it. Also, what the heck was the name of that island? I think it was Dragon Roost Island. It's been a while since I played Wind Waker. It wouldn't be if Nintendo released it on the Switch. But you know, the theme that plays on Dragon Roost Island, I believe that's what it's called. That's pretty good. Shoot. Yeah, Zelda just in general has a lot of freaking bangers, man. Why did Best Buy cancel your order? Yo, let's talk about this for a second. Best Buy and they hoe asses. So, you guys, at the beginning of the month, I finally got a chance to order Metroid Prime Remastered physical, right? So I wanted to play the game. I wasn't going to buy it digitally because I knew the physical copy was coming out. But unfortunately, because I was a dumbass, I didn't pre-order it when it went up. But I found out that Best Buy was selling it, and I was like, oh shit. So I immediately hopped on it. And they said, okay, we're going to have it shipped to the store. It'll be there in a week. So I'm like, okay, cool. So a week goes by, about to be a week, and then I get a text message from them saying, hey, your shipment is going to be delayed by a few days. And I'm like, cool, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm not in a rush to play it. Tell me how they sent me that message Thursday. It is now Tuesday, and they sent me a message saying that your order has been canceled. Have a nice day. Have a nice fucking day, they say. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, how do you conduct a business like this, bro? I know some people say it might be Nintendo, it might not be them, but it's just like, bro, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, how do you say your order? How do you go from your order is going to be delayed, and then 4 or 5 days later, your order's been canceled? Like, man. So now I gotta hope and pray to see if I can find another place. I think Walmart might be selling it, Amazon might be selling it. I'll have to go ahead and do that. It's freaking ridiculous, bro. What's your preferred platform to play games on nowadays? If we're talking like what console I play the most on the day-to-day basis, that's going to be my Xbox Series X. That's the ecosystem I love. I buy all my multiplats on there. I love Game Pass. It's great. You know what I'm saying? Like shit on Xbox, it just works unless you want to use the DVR system, and then it's terrible. But yeah, you know, I play everything. You know, I have my PlayStation, I have my Switch, I have a Steam Deck, I have my PC. a majority of the time, I do play on Xbox. That's where a lot of my friends are. That's where we do a lot of things on there. It's great. But if there's a game that a lot of my friends are getting on PlayStation versus Xbox, I'm definitely going to get that on PlayStation. And the party system is better on PlayStation if you care about party systems on consoles. When they're not fucking it up with updates. But yeah, I primarily play on Xbox. If there's something I want to play, I'll just play it on the platform it comes out on. What do you think about the rumored PlayStation 5 Pro and the Xbox Series XXX editions? Oh, Jesus, yeah. So there was I think I browsed it briefly today when I was in the gym. There was like a rumor that there's a PlayStation 5 Pro in production. It's coming out in 2024. And then I think someone said it'd be like $400 or some crazy shit like that. I'm going to keep it a stack. Under normal circumstances, I could definitely see a Pro variant of a PlayStation 5 or a Series X coming out within, 4 years of the console's lifespan, because that's what happened with the original consoles. But the way it's looking right now, y'all, like, we haven't even gotten a bunch of current gen exclusive games. So how the fuck are we going out there and buying a beefed up Pro model of these consoles when these current consoles ain't taking advantage of the hardware? Like, or at least the developers ain't taking advantage of the hardware. I'm not saying that these consoles are like crazy powerful, but they're definitely a lot more capable versus the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One when they came out. Like, there's definitely more power to these newer systems. But unfortunately, due to the coronavirus and due to, cross-gen development, everything got pushed back a solid 2 years. So, like, we're not going to start seeing current-gen exclusive only games like a year straight where there's no cross-gen titles outside of, like, multiplats, like, what I'm saying, sports games or whatever. Probably until next year, man, because we're still getting cross-gen stuff now. We're going to see a lot more current-gen stuff this year, but we're still going to see a couple of cross-gen shits come out. But I think this should be the last year where we have major cross-gen titles from third-party publishers that aren't sports games and there aren't Call of Duty. So, yeah, the fact that they're thinking about a Pro console, I mean, here's the thing. Technology is always going to advance. Progress is progress. The work is going to get done regardless. But the way I see it, either this generation is going to have to be friggin' long as hell to justify a Pro console, or they're just going to say, fuck it, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go into the PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox, whatever that is. Because look at it like this. Let's say realistically they do put out a Pro console next year. Like, how much better performance will we get for the money? Especially when all these consoles still ain't on the shelves. Like, we're just now seeing PlayStation 5s come out in Best Buy. Just now in the past couple of months. And they talk about we gonna get a Pro console next year. Like, what's gonna be the fucking difference? More stable 4K 60 if you're lucky? Like, are the games gonna take advantage of it? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, if anything, I would say the only way to justify it is if this generation goes on for freaking 9 years at the minimum. Because there ain't gonna be no way. The Pro consoles are gonna be the most irrelevant system, because then literally, 2 years later, they announced the PS6 and the Xbox Series Z. I don't know, Yeah, guys, I know that there are current gen games coming out this year, but like, I'm talking like full force. Every single big game that's coming out is current gen only. Current gen only, no cross gens, none of that stuff. Like, this is going to be the first year we start seeing those. But I'm talking like across the board. $4.99 coming in from the homie Blue Senshi 19. I never really saw the point in watching The Last of Us. I'd rather play it. Also, I'm about to be 25 this Thursday, and I started The Wolf Among Us. Well, my brother Blue Senshi, first off, happy early birthday to you, because we're not going to be back until next Tuesday's stream. So I hope you have a fantastic birthday. Enjoy your weekend, my brother. 25 is a good year. 25 is definitely a good year for your boy. Wolf Among Us, a fantastic, phenomenal. It's my favorite Telltale story, man. It's so freaking good. And yeah, I could see the merits of wanting to watch The Last of Us versus playing it. But the thing about the game is that, like I said, there's just so much more character dynamics with Joel and Ellie that the show only glanced at. It didn't give you the full meat and potatoes. All right, let's see. Have you ever played Town of Salem? I have not. Best Buy canceled your order so you can buy Octopath 2 instead. I mean, shit, yeah, the way it's looking, Flame. The way it's looking, bro. Are you anti-woke? No, I'm not anti-woke. Like, this whole discussion about, oh, go woke, go broke, all this nonsense, blah, blah, blah. It's just crazy because the original, the history behind the term woke and what it meant and what it's devolved into and how it's been bastardized to basically people saying, oh, it's because they have a woman or they have someone who's not white in somewhere. That's why I don't even be engaging in these conversations like that. Like, if the show is good, the show is good. I don't care if it's got a black person in it or if it's got a trans person in it or whatever, right? A bad show is a bad show regardless. And there's always going to be bad shows that exist regardless of identity politics and the culture war and all this nonsense. It's just like, use that energy and that time to watch better stuff. The bad shit that you complain about is going to be there. Just don't support it. Don't talk about it. Like, this isn't 2016 anymore. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, could I complain about a show being woke and blah, blah, blah? Sure. Or I could just watch something else or watch something even better than that. But, you know, I'm not like one of the grifters online who make it their sole purpose that whenever they see something and it's got someone who's not white, they're like, oh my God. Like, it's just like, bro, stop it, man. It's just annoying, man. I don't care about left-wing politics. I don't care about right-wing politics. I just like good entertainment. That's it. That's all it comes down to. Because I've seen... The funny thing is, like, when you get into this whole discussion about, oh, woke media and then anti-woke media to challenge the establishment, they're both the same fucking thing. They're exactly the same fucking thing. Like, when the right wing said, yeah, we're going to make our own entertainment, you see their shit, it's the exact same fucking thing. It's literally the exact same thing, if not worse. They're both terrible and they're both miserable people because that's what they need to do to bring value to their lives. You're amazing in Abbott Elementary. Oh, man, I appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out to my boy. Everybody hates Chris. Neo, your beef with Bond is hilarious. Man, listen, I'm tired of this dude Bond, bro. I'm tired of this dude Bond. It's getting to the point now where I understand why Bond gets blocked on Twitter, why he gets freaking banned on Twitter, why BJ can't stand Bond. Like, it's just, Bond is annoying. But I mean, that's what happens when you date basic white girls for your entire existence. And I ain't got a problem with white women. I do not, trust me. But when you date the basic of basic white girls like Bond been dating, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem. And then Bond's gonna come out here showing all these photos like, oh, clown, look at these white girls. And I'm just like, Bond, she's as thick as my pinky finger. Like, oh, man. Anyways, shout out to that boy Bond, bro. Shout out to that boy Bond. He's like, I had to unfollow him. He was getting too much. Yeah. Why does Bond take photos like he looking like an auntie or an uncle, man? You ever just go look at Bond's photos and what he takes and he's just like, this man Bond. And Bond don't ever be taking photos with people that ain't white. Like, I'm not, listen, I got nothing against white people. I love my white people, but with Bond, like, with Bond, it's annoying. Bond looking like every single photo Bond take, he look like he on the set of Get Out. Are you hyped for the Shazam sequel? I actually am. I really enjoyed the first Shazam movie. You drink alkaline water, get your pHs on point. Oh man, yeah, I do drink some alkaline water, bro. Not too crazy. Like I'm not bougie like that. You know, I do drink me some mineral water. I love my Poland Spring. But you know, when you get that nice alkaline water, you balance your pHs, it's pretty good. One of my old friends was like that and she ended up being racist. Oh boy. That is terrible. But you know what? It's a good thing they out of your life. That's what matters. Oh, and shout out to the homie, long live Kevin Samuels. Yes, sir. Long live the Godfather. With the $9.99 super chat. The Kingpin has hired you to take out Spider-Man and Daredevil. How are you going to do it? You can take one street level villain with you. You're a top mercenary in the Marvel Universe, by the way. Okay. How I'm going to do it? I don't need to take anyone with me. All I got to do is pull a fucking Mysterio. That's it. Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker. That's it. Done. Spider-Man is out of the equation. I don't fucking care, right? Daredevil, on the other hand, that's going to be kind of tricky. That is going to be tricky because he's got a lot to lose, but at the same time, like, he can finagle his way out of this shit. Oh, that one's a tough one. How do you take down Daredevil? Like, I don't want to go the basic route of saying, like, find somebody close to him. You know what I'm saying? And I already used the whole identity thing on friggin' Spider-Man. I mean, maybe I play some like Ice Spice or Cardi B, and then I'll just like screw with his mind. Could do that. Could do that. All I need is a freaking Bluetooth speaker. An air horn, sir. Just got to blast dubstep. You can kick his ass. Yeah, an Ice Spice Cardi B dubstep remix. Oh yeah. Dude, it ain't gonna be the same without Tommy. Yeah, man. Would you be okay with the Switch having a rough 2023 and 2024 if it means the successor gets a year on par with 2017? I would not be opposed to the Switch successor coming out next year, man. Like, fuck a Switch Pro. Give me the Switch successor. If Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is like the final big hurrah for the Switch, and then the Switch successor comes out next year, I'd be down with that. But here's the thing. Do y'all think Nintendo's do you think Nintendo's going to want to give up that install base? I know every single platform holder does do that. But with the Switch, it's kind of a harder situation because, you know, the console is not as capable by comparison to, like, if you had... Hold on. All right, we good. So the Switch hardware is not as capable for longevity's purposes as opposed to like a PlayStation 4, which even now people still have a PS4 and they're still getting use out of it, versus the Switch, which, you know, some would argue it really started showing its age after the 3-4 year mark. How are you going to do that with the Switch 2? Is it going to be fully backwards compatible? Is it going to be a brand new system? Like, obviously they're going to want to keep the hybrid approach, but is it going to have a completely new architecture that's more future-proof? How's backwards compatibility going to work? I have no idea. Don's thinking about you too much. He absolutely is, Flame. He definitely is. He's thinking about me. He's like, yo, this fucker's talking about the Switch. How dare he? My Nintendo gods. But me personally, I would much rather them go balls to the wall with a Switch 2 that is backwards compatible and just leave the 120 million user base, whatever it is, in the dust. Like, come out with your exclusive games for the new system, utilize the hardware. You can come out with your cross-gen titles, you know what I'm saying, that can work on the new system and the old system, but I need a more powerful Switch that's more capable, can do things long-term. That's just me. But maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe that's not what people want out of the Switch. Who knows? We'll have to see. Because the Steam Deck, like Marcus Dorotwell, oh, what's up, Marcus? Good to see you, bro. People said the Steam Deck came out. It came out and it showed people how weak the Switch was. I don't necessarily think it was about the horsepower of the Switch, because the Steam Deck, it's powerful, but it's not like crazy night and day difference in terms of like handheld gaming. Like, it's very portable. It's very competent for a handheld device. It's awesome. But I think what really sold people on the Steam Deck was just the speed more than anything. Because when you try to do stuff on the Switch, it's very bare bones, but it's extremely sluggish. And with the Steam Deck, everything's just so fast and quick, and the customization is on point. It's awesome. And man, you can message your friends on there. What? Like, that's the thing that really bothers me about the Switch. It's just not capable in a lot of those respects. With the Switch 2, I would love for them to do that. Always thinking about you. Some people say they want a traditional console. Would you guys want another traditional Nintendo console? I mean, but at that point, I'm gonna keep it a stag. Like, I don't think I would. No, it's a lie. I mean, I'd still get it because I do like Nintendo games, but I like the idea of the Switch being its own thing, and it's different in that respect, in the portability angle, because that is awesome. And being able to like do all that stuff with the Switch, take it anywhere, that is great. But I wish it was just more powerful. That's it. The Steam Deck can literally do my taxes too. Oh yeah, the Steam Deck is a freaking little computer. It's a little PC. The next Switch to play every Nintendo system. You're lucky if you get one system every 4 years that they update. And they'll give you those updates every 6 months at a time. You know, and I keep bringing this up like every week, you guys. Nintendo was sitting on a literal gold mine. And they just don't want to do anything with it. They have all these Fire Emblem games that they could just release on the eShop. I don't even need a physical copy. Just release it on the eShop. Translate them for the first time. Put them out. it's gonna make money, bro. It's gonna make money, and they just don't want to do this. Why don't they want to do this? What the... If you talk about nostalgia and there being quality attached to nostalgia, that is a lot of Nintendo games, and they just don't want to do it. Like all those old school Fire Emblem games that everybody's talking about, like the really messy, the genealogy thing, all that stuff that's very messy. Like, bring that shit over, man. Fuck it. But no, we got to deal with the Nintendo Switch Online experience. Oh, yay. Can't buy the games. Isn't Metroid Prime 4 coming to the Switch? Allegedly, it is coming to the Switch. When it comes out, I don't know. But, you know, it's retro. I'm going to let them cook. I'm going to let them cook, bro. They've been working on it since, what, When did they start working on retro? 2019. Beginning of 2019. So they've been working on it for 4 years now, dude. But, you know, COVID and everything. So, we'll see. Probably, I think if anything, that'll be like their big title for next year. I could see that. Yeah. Nintendo has so many good games, you guys. They just don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. The performance of Zelda? Oh, God. Yeah, the performance of Zelda is, yeah, y'all gotta be... y'all gotta get used to that, 22 frames per second, 900p. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. Oh, we got $4.99 coming in from the homie Corey Gryffindor. Thank you, my brother. Thoughts on the upcoming Power Rangers 30th anniversary special? Ooh, I mean, I follow Power Rangers, but not really like that. So I got to look up, what are they doing? Are they having a big special where they're bringing back a lot of the OG cast? I would hope so. Let me see. Power Rangers 30th anniversary. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, they put out a trailer back in January. Power Rangers Netflix special first look. The OG stars. Ooh, everyone's coming back. Okay. Several members of the OG Mighty Morphin cast are reuniting for a scripted special. Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah, I have no idea how this just flew under my radar. I probably saw a post about it, but I was just like, okay. Oh. I mean, it is going to be really rough without Jason David Frank. I don't know if they're going to do something in terms of like a little tribute to him, but that would be really nice. But yeah, I mean, I'm down to watch it. Mighty Morphin's not my favorite of the Power Ranger series. You guys know I rep Time Force, but I'm down for that. I wonder what it's going to look like with a nice budget. Oh God, Jay Ransom. Oh, get this man, this guy. This is Black Bond's bestie right here. Oh, John the Dom, my brother, how you doing? I'm so mad they cut Zelda's hair and Link's hair. Yeah, you know, they don't like long-haired folk around these parts, bro. Metroid Prime 4 will be the launch / cross-gen game for the Switch 2. I could definitely see that. Bro. Because the way it's looking right now, it's like what else? If anything, I think that's going to be the game that shows off the power disparity between the two systems. It'll probably be, if we're lucky, like 900p 60 frames on the regular Switch, if we're lucky. And then on the new Switch, it'll probably be like 1440p or some shit. That'll be crazy. I'm really baffled how Nintendo finally brought Game Boy Advance games to the Switch, but they really enjoyed Pokemon. Well, they're just going to drip feed them. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if they had all the DS Pokemon games on the Switch and they're like, okay, why do we need the GBA ones? You know what I'm saying? But Nintendo is a weird company. They go and dance to the beat of their own drum. And sometimes that drum is very... I was about to say something really fucked up, but let me not. Okay, let's see. Hey, what's going on, Wee Man on Wheels? My brother. Good to see you. Good to see all of you guys, actually. Of course, you guys know this. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button. It helps out the channel tremendously. We are currently at... What are we at? We are 59 likes. Can we bring those up to 69 likes? So this stream could be very, very nice. All right, let's get back to some questions. Anything you're hoping for with the PS5 Pro? I mean, is it going to give me next-gen exclusives? Is it going to be current-gen exclusives? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just going to be a power increase, which power doesn't really do much for me when the current PS5 still hasn't been tapped out. Like, I want to see more games. Like, if we had gotten to the point with the PS5 at this stage where we're seeing the limitations and we can't even get like dynamic 4K 60, then yeah. If we started seeing a lot of current gen games that tap out at like, let's say 4K 30 and then 1080p 60, then okay, we need a PS5 Pro. But as it stands, we're not seeing that. All we've just seen is very bad optimization with like, you know, Forspoken, Callisto Protocol had issues. Like, if we start seeing more games that are like greatly optimized, yet they still have resolution and frame rate issues, like, yeah, okay, give me a PS5 Pro. But right now, I'm okay. Oh, the new WWE game has a really good Metacritic score? That's good. That's quality, man. Like, I haven't played a wrestling game in a very long time, but the fact that it's getting good reviews is a very good sign. Because I know people were excited about that. Do you still keep up with Black Bond? Unfortunately, he finds his way into my feed. Unfortunately, he does, my friend. What are your thoughts on the new TMNT? If you're talking about the new movie trailer, I think that visually it looks fantastic. I know a lot of people are complaining that it's still like a TMNT geared towards kids and whatever. You know, I've just kind of accepted that most TMNT media outside of the comics, like, we're never going to get TMNT content like the 2003 4Kids show or, you know, the OG cartoon or the comics. We're not going to get that. I honestly just have to enjoy it for what it is, whether you like it or hate it. But I think visually it looks phenomenal. So I think at the very least, in the context of what it's going for, I think it's going to be a really solid movie. Unfortunately, it's crazy. It is, Bella. Yeah, unfortunately, this man Bond is somehow in my life. What are your thoughts on the Oscar wins? So I didn't watch the Oscars this year. I was working, but I did watch the clips. Yeah, as far as the wins are concerned, like, I mean, I agree with most of them. At the same time, these are just people's opinions and stuff. Like, whatever you individually feel about an actor's performance or the movie itself, that's all on you. But, you know, I'm happy to see that, you know, Michelle Yeoh finally won. I'm happy to see that Ke Huy Quan got recognition. Brendan Fraser, of course. So on that front, I like seeing it go to really like well-deserved people. But I know some people have some complaints. Like Angela Bassett was snubbed for, you know, Best Supporting Actress for her role in Black Panther. And, you know, sure, like, I think she delivered a really good role. But at the same time, I really liked Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And at the end of the day, I don't care too much to exert that negative energy saying, like, oh, you were robbed and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, it is what it is. Because, hey, man, like, if Angela Bassett won, there's going to be an equal amount of people saying the same thing about Jamie Lee Curtis, saying, oh, she should have won, or blah, blah, blah should have won. So it's just like the constant back and forth you get in with people. But yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once was my movie of the year. I loved that film. I still keep thinking about that film, and I'm excited to rewatch it. And now that it's gotten more people's attention, I want more people to enjoy it. Did you ever give your thoughts on the Suicide Squad game and how it got delayed? Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier in the stream, Wee Man on Wheels. Man, I really got to get back to making like consistent videos because everything is all in the streams now. I got to do it. Even if it's like 5 minutes, because there's some things I just don't got a lot to say on. So I'm like, would I really want to just make a 5-minute video? If I don't have a lot to say on something, like, for example, Budokai Tenkaichi 4, I was contemplating making a video. But the news portion of the video would only be like about 2 minutes long, and then it would just be talking about my history with the game, and that's like another 4 minutes. So it'd be like a 6-minute video. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I like doing long-form discussions when there's meaty topics to discuss. But if it's something that's just like so vague or whatever, it becomes more of like my opinion on everything surrounding it. Like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, it got delayed. And we talk about that and blah, blah, blah. And then boom, that's it. There's not much else. All we can do is speculate and theorize why it got delayed. Neo, is Michael B. Jordan corny? I don't think he's corny. I don't think so. Are people still saying that because of that interview? Nah, he put her in her place. Have you seen The Whale? At this point, Kevin Samuels, I'm just going to wait for it to come out on 4K Blu-ray. I'm going to buy it. Do you think consoles will die out eventually and TVs will start to come with game libraries? Well, Pooh, I think that's what they're trying to gear us towards. That's where the future is going. We're just not at that point now, infrastructure-wise, where we can really stream that much data of video games and make it a viable experience for people. Like, yeah, streaming games does exist, but like, let's be real, you know, Google failed with it. Amazon is doing something with it, but these are like big tech giant companies. And if they can't get it into mass consumer adoption, these people, then it's going to have to be the gaming industry that does it. And Microsoft is out there. They're actually doing their thing with xCloud. They're doing it the right way because they're making it an option and they're not forcing it on people. But as you can see, they're working on, you know, the Game Pass xCloud stick or whatever it is, where you can plug it into your TV. You know, there are Samsung TVs that are going to come built in with Game Pass. So it's definitely like a long-term move that these companies want. Whether or not traditional consoles are going to go away, I don't think they are going to go away for a very long time, but we are going to get to that point where streaming, just because of the nature of technology and how it's getting better, it is going to become a more viable option for people. But I always said this, the day it ever comes to a point where things are only streaming for video games or movies or whatever is the day that I quit entertainment. I know that sounds like so, you know, scandalous or whatever, but I just don't like the idea of streaming. It's just never going to be consistent because there's always going to be these crazy variables that you can't control. At least when something is local, all you have to worry about is that master being perfect. Like the Prince of Egypt, having this on 4K, provided this disc holds up over the years and provided the contents of this disc are quality and not screwed up, this is going to be a much better option as opposed to streaming, right? Streaming could get to the point where it can replicate the exact quality on this disc, but just with the nature of streaming and how things are volatile and there's so much licensing things that are happening, that stream might not ever come out. It might not stay up there forever, I should say. Right? So at least if I own this, I don't care if DreamWorks goes out of pictures. DreamWorks goes out of pictures. Wow. I don't care if DreamWorks Pictures goes out of business or whatever. I'll still own this copy. You know, so the same thing with video games. You know, it's a little easier when it comes to owning your games physically on video games, but with the way games are set up now, it's kind of almost required to buy digital unless you have like a Switch game where it's all on the cartridge. So yeah, I don't know, man. Do you think we'll get a Vita 2 someday? Ooh, I don't think Sony wants to go down that well again, bro. As much as I would love a portable PlayStation system again, it's just, unless they can find a way to make it cost productive, it literally would just be a fancy, like, you'd be splitting your user base, because trying to run PlayStation 5 games on there, unless you have a separate team that are making those PlayStation games for the Vita, there's going to be a lot of compromises, and I don't think Sony wants to do that. I think they just want to focus on the PlayStation 5, and if they ever want to experiment with like a Vita, it might be like a streaming version where you could stream the games on the system. Neo isn't going to quit entertainment. Watch him consume streaming when he sees the light. I don't want my room looking like a thrift store. Streaming has perks. I've been subscribed to Netflix since day one, and I still buy physical media. I still buy all of this stuff. I'm subscribed to almost every single streaming service that exists, yet I still own all of this stuff. Like, streaming is always forever going to be an option for me. It's going to be a convenience for me. But when it comes down to tangible media, something I can own, whether I own the disc or whether I own the download and I have it on my system and I keep it, like, that's the type of person that I am. Especially for the mediums that I enjoy, like anime and stuff like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, for example. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and the OG Full Metal Alchemist. Can you stream OG Full Metal Alchemist anywhere legally in the United States? That show, Full Metal Alchemist 2003, legally anywhere in the United States, can you stream that right now? I'm not talking about no pirate sites. I'm not talking about you having it, downloaded from a pirate site on a server. I'm talking legally right now. Can you stream that? And then there's scores of shows that are exactly like that. There's scores of shows that are taken off services for that exact reason. You can't stream that show anywhere. And for some people that say, well, it's just one show. It's like, well, for that one person, that show could mean anything. That can mean everything. It can mean the world. So it's like, what? You're you're beholden to the people who, first off, own the subscription service to work out a deal with the licensors. And sometimes those licensors can be really petty. Sometimes they think that their show is worth a lot of money, so they're not going to stream it. They could be very backwards. Like, it's just, like, I get streaming has its convenience, and that's how I consume a lot of content, but I still like to own my content. Did you see the RoboCop gameplay trailer? I saw a little bit of on Twitter, and it looked decent. I'm not going front. Hey, Juliun Harris, you have a good night, my brother. You take care. Good seeing you, bro. $4.99 from Long Live Kevin Samuels. So you, Krillin, Joe Rogan, Blade, and Luffy are going out drinking in your city. That's an interesting, eclectic group of people. Where are you going, and what are you eating afterwards? Me, Krillin, Joe Rogan, Blade, and Luffy. Like, what do we all have in common? This is so confusing. Well, Joe Rogan and Krillin are both bald. Krillin is used to dealing with really, like, hyper chaotic people like Goku, so him and Luffy get along. And me and Blade are the two black guys who just have high tops and shit with glasses. Where are we going? Honestly, we can go to a bar first, you know, get a couple drinks in our systems. Then we can go out eating. What are we eating? Oh. We definitely get some. You know what? We can probably get some Mexican food. Yeah, get some fucking Mexican food, bro. We're going to a bar, and then we're going to get some Mexican food afterwards. Kill a shit ton of tacos, bro. What are your thoughts on the Attack on Titan anime? I really enjoy it when Mappa's not hoeing us out. When Mappa is not dragging out the final season for 4 years. I feel like it's been the final season. I feel like someone probably went through the process of dating a person, getting engaged, getting married, and having a kid within the span of when they started the final season and when the final season is going to wrap up. That is crazy to think about. When is Silk Song coming out? My boy Robbie! Holy shit, is that Robbie Fox? Robbie, my brother! Holy shit, dude! Long time no see, bro. How have you been? You guys want to talk about positive influences in the fucking gaming community, and you talk about me? You got to talk about Robbie Fox. Robbie Fox is my guy, dude. How is everything? How are you? How's the wife? How's the kids? Like, how's all that shit, bro? Man, it is so good to hear from you. Holy shit. To answer your question, man, listen. Your guess is as good as mine, Robbie. That thing is as elusive as Xbox dropping like games in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like they do it once and then I don't know. We'll think about it. Oh, you just made some steak tacos? My man. That's what I'm talking about, Havoc. What's up, Havoc? Yo, Havoc, man, why didn't you tell me it was Bella's birthday? I mean, I'll say this much. You probably said it in the group chat and I didn't see it. But if so, you should have told me, man. Should have told me. I would have pulled up, bro. I would have pulled up. I would have brought not alcohol. I would have brought some what kids like. I would have brought some Fortnite V-Bucks. That's what kids use, like V-Bucks, right? V-Bucks? V-Bucks? I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's old man Neo now. It's old man Neo. Life is going great, loving life like always. Yes, sir. Been playing Hogwarts and Dead Space, getting woe long next. My man Robbie Fox, my dude. It is good to see from you. So you just be lurking on Twitter like that? Oh man. Oh man. I know you've been seeing some crazy shit happening. Trust me, you ain't missing much, but folks be crazy. Not as crazy as those Twitter space days, though. People have calmed down with those. Hell yeah, I'm your guy. Hey, what's up, King Taichi? How you doing, bro? Gonna see John Wick 4 opening weekend. Guys, I'm seeing so many movies. So what am I seeing? So me and my girl, we're gonna go watch Scream 6 tomorrow. I know I wasn't crazy about Scream 5. In fact, I hated it. But I heard Scream 6 is good from the people that hated Scream 5. So I'm like, okay. So I'm seeing Scream 6 tomorrow. Shazam, I wanna see this weekend. Thursday is my sister's birthday, so we're going out. So I'll probably end up seeing Shazam if I get off of work early Saturday night. I'm going to take a trip to the Alamo, and I'm going to go see Shazam, Fury of the Gods. And then John Wick comes out, I believe, next week. So there's that, too. There's a lot of shit coming out, like three movies. 3 movies already in the span of like a week or so, and I'm excited, man. Are you seeing Dungeons & Dragons? I guess if I'm bored, I might check it out. If me and my girl need a movie to see and we really need to watch a movie, I might check it out. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I apparently have Chris as another father. I got 5 mothers and 3 fathers. Oh, there you go, Bella. Listen, you got a lot of people in your corner. You got a lot of people to rely on. You know, Chris is like your cool uncle who you can talk about games and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't ask your Uncle Angel though. Don't ask your Uncle Angel about the ending of Halo Infinite because he never beat that game. He never beat that game. Hey yo, shout out. No, you know what? Don't shout out this man, but I'm gonna say something about this man. Listen, y'all want to roast me for being on the final boss of Tales of Arise and just not wanting to finish it because I just don't care about the final act of that game. My man Rhino has been stuck on the final boss of Halo Infinite for like, it's about to be what, 2 years? He about to be on the final boss of Halo Infinite, bro. And like now I'm at the point where I gotta contemplate like getting into a co-op match with this dude just to beat the game for him, bro. That's crazy, man. You guys want to talk shit about me? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Now he's gonna watch this stream and be like, what? But at least in my case with Tales of Arise, that final act sucks the life and soul out of me. If I wanted to have something suck, let me stop. It's too early in the stream. We got children watching. Think of the kids. Think of the kids, y'all. Oh, what's up, Amazing CJB? What's up, my brother? Creed 3 referenced Naruto Shippuden in the 2005 Adonis flashback. Shippuden came out in 2007. I know, Taichi. I know that shit got me. I was just like, now, Michael, the math ain't mathin', brother. That was the first thing I noticed. I was like Leonardo DiCaprio. I was just like, ugh, it's Naruto. And he had a Lupin poster as well. Shout out to Lupin the Third, man. Shout out to Lupin the Third. Neo, please tell me, how are they making a live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon before the Prince of Egypt? Because How to Train Your Dragon is a franchise, my friend. It's a franchise, and it's a very good franchise, too. Like, the second How to Train Your Dragon movie was really freaking solid, bro. And the third movie was good, too. So, yeah, it makes sense. I don't know how it's going to translate. It's going to be very weird because this is, like, full-on animated. Are they going to still make it appeal to kids? Like, how are the dragons going to look? I don't know. But they got the director of the animated movies to direct the live-action stuff, so that's going to be interesting. We'll see how that turns out. 199 coming in from Long Live Kevin Samuels. Scream 5 rant review. Well, I mean, there's not much else to say. I mean, well, to be fair, it's been a year since I've seen it, Kevin Samuels, so I don't remember much. All I remember is just how fucking goofy the final act reveal was. And at that point, I was like, bro, I am fucking done. I don't even remember if we stayed in the theater or we walked out. We might have walked out. I don't know. But no, I think we stayed. Yeah, we stayed. But we were definitely on our phones Googling, because this was me and my ex at the time. We were definitely Googling where we wanted to eat afterwards. That shit was goofy as fuck. Does your girl know about your YouTube channel? Yeah, she knows about my YouTube channel. She freaked the fuck out when she found out, though. Because, like, there was certain things, you know, because I keep stuff close to my chest with folks until, like, I really know them and I talk about stuff. So, you know, with her, like, I would explain, like, certain things, and she would go through, like, my Instagram photos, and she'd be like, oh my God, you went to E3? And I was like, yeah, I went to E3. I didn't tell her how I went to E3. I was like, yeah, I went to E3 and blah, blah, blah. And then I told her, like, I remember, like, one night, it just came up in conversation because I got a text from one of my friends who worked at, like, he was texting me about giving me a game code for something that was coming out. I forgot. What game was it? It was Crisis Core. It was Crisis Core Final Fantasy Reunion. So I was texting him, and, you know, she saw it come up, and she was like, oh, what's that? And I was like, oh, this is my friend. He works at Square Enix and everything. He's like, wait, Square Enix, like, Final Fantasy? I was like, yeah, you know, and we got to talking and everything. And, you know, like I said, yeah, you know, like, I'm and then I said, like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel and everything, and I do stuff. She's like, you have a YouTube channel? I was like, yeah, you know, I did this. I do streams and stuff. And then she's like, oh my God. And then when I started showing her videos of, like, yeah, this is me interviewing the voice of, you know, Krillin in Dragon Ball, and this is me interviewing the voice of Tanjiro in Demon Slayer. And she's like, oh my God. So she started freaking the fuck out, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. We got 999 coming in from Blue Senshi. Thank you, my brother. So, funny story about my last birthday. I got so drunk that I knocked out before I even got the chance to cut the cake. Mind you, it wasn't even 9 p.m. when it happened. Never want that to happen again. Oh, shit, bro. What was you drinking? Was you mixing the light and dark, Blue Senshi? I know how wild you can be, bro. But yeah, yo, I mean, speaking of birthdays, it wasn't my birthday where this happened, but you guys ever have a moment where you just realize, like, I'm never drinking again, or at least I'm never getting fucked up again? So I think I told y'all this story. It was my brother's 21st 22nd birthday. I should know this. It was my brother's 22nd birthday. This was like the first time all of us had gotten together post-COVID to go out for his birthday. So this is 2021, you know, so we went out to an Italian restaurant that my ex-girlfriend, well, my previous ex-girlfriend, not the last ex-girlfriend, but the one before that, she worked at. And, you know, we were there, all of us together. You know, it was me, my brother, my ex, my sister, her friend. We were all together at the Italian restaurant. You know, like, since she works there, like, we're family. So they were treating us. They were taking care of us, you know, and the bartender was hooking us up with drinks and everything. And at first I was trying like all the house, like their specialties, their cocktails and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is nice, you know? And since I think I was having steak, I had myself a nice Manhattan and everything. And then from there, they're like, oh, you need to try this drink. And then I started mixing the darks and the lights. And by the time I left that restaurant, I had like 4 really strong drinks. And of course, the most logical thing that you do after you have 4 strong drinks is you go next door to the bar where you know the bartender to say, what's up? And then the bartender is like, I got your drink right here. And he threw a Long Island iced tea my way. And I'm just like, oh shit, this is a problem. And then my sister's friend went to the karaoke machine and they had Simple and Clean and they put that on there and we started singing that. And then as soon as you know, oh shit, I'm in a second Long Island iced tea. How the fuck did this happen? And then the night got even worse. And then the night got fucking worse. So by this point, I've already had 6 drinks in me in the span of probably like 3-4 hours, right? We ended up all getting together. We all got home. And of course, as we were like driving back, right? As we were driving back, who should I find following us in the car? It wasn't the police, but following us like in the back, but my homeboy Trent, who just happened to be in the area because he was doing laundry at his parents' place. He's like, oh shit, what's going on, y'all? We're like, Trent, what's up, bro? And of course, we catch up. He comes into the crib, and then we all start taking shots because it's my brother's birthday. So fuck it. So we all start taking shots of moonshine. We start taking shots of Gentleman Jack and everything. And then by that point, we're watching anime, and then we start arguing, and then we all start having fun and everything. And then by that point, I had reached like this level. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you remember that night. I know Jason probably saw it. Jason saw it. I know J World, you probably saw that shit too. But yo, I was on there. I somehow transformed myself into Benoit Blanc. I started speaking in that accent and everything. Like, I do believe. Like, what do you say? Like, I suspect foul play, and I've eliminated no suspects. Like, I started speaking like that all throughout the night. Shit was insane, bro. And then it hit me. The hangover started to hit early, bro. Like, I've never had a hangover hit early. Usually hangovers hit the next day. I started getting a headache, and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And then, I started to get a little queasy. So I was like, I'm going to excuse myself, y'all. I ran to my bathroom, and I just started puking in the toilet, bro. And I was just like, oh, God, no. This is a terrible idea. And then I was like, okay, I got it out of my system. It's fine. But, dude, I had felt so fucking defeated. I remember I stood up, and I didn't fall back down, but I just sat on the floor. And I was just, like, curled up in the fetal position on the freaking bathroom floor, man. And I was like so glad that like I cleaned the bathroom last week. I was like, oh Jesus, okay, I'm just gonna rest here. And then I mustered up enough courage after like 5 minutes on the ground. I just crawled into my room and I crawled into my bed. And then I texted everybody because they're just like, where's Chris? And I just texted them. I'm like, guys, I am so beyond fucked up right now. Everybody have a good night. I will talk to y'all in the morning. And then all I hear is just everybody down the hall saying, all right, good night, Chris. Good night, Chris. I was just like, you know. And then I woke up the next day. It took me I didn't eat a meal until like 6:30 in the evening, bro. I was so glad I was off from work that day. I was so fucking glad. And then literally like my stomach didn't return back to normal until we went out Thursday. My stomach didn't turn back to normal until like Saturday morning, bro. It was wild. And then after that, bro, I said, I am never getting fucked up ever again. Like I know my limits. For me, I'll have like 3 drinks, 4 max. 4 max. That's it. I've never repeated what I did on that night, bro. I was done, bro. I was like, no, man. But you know what the funny thing is? You know how sometimes when you drink something and you have a terrible experience, every time you think of that drink, you're just like nauseous? I didn't feel like that. I still drink the same shit. But yeah, man, everybody has that one moment. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it is not fun. But you know what? That was a fun fucking night, and I do not regret it one bit. That was the shit, bro. Like, I look at that shit, and I talk about it with my sister and my brother, and we were all just like, yeah, we were fucked up. Yeah. Still an amazing night. Would do it again. Yeah. But now we're just a lot more conscious about certain things. Yeah. Lies, you had like 6 drinks on Rhino's birthday. I did, but remember, those were more like, those are like sangrias, bro. Those aren't anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was fucked, but I wasn't fucked up. And I remember afterwards, we were walking around the city, we were drinking, we were like hydrated. We had a lot of food. And that sangria stuff didn't hit me. We talk about some liquor, bro. We talk about mixing the darks and the lights and everything in between, bro. It's my favorite kind of threesome. What? Hey, listen. You know what the funny thing is? I went out drinking with Irish people one night. I survived, but never again. Because I was like, they asked me like, Chris, how you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm good, but I think I'm done for the weekend. He's like, what? We're about to do it all over again tonight. And I was like, excuse me? Like, what? New Year's was bad for your boy. Started at the bar, ended up at the club, made it to a strip club. So you went to the bar, the club, a strip club, ended up at George Webb's at 6 in the morning. Jesus. There was one night where I got fucked up. It wasn't even like, I didn't even plan. You never plan to get fucked up. But like one night, it was me and one of my exes. And we just went out drinking like Saturday nights. It was kind of our routine after work. Because, we both worked. So we got off work like I think 10 o'clock. So we start drinking. We have a couple drinks. And we're just having fun. And we seen a lot of people. And we was at just one bar. And then afterwards, we were like so fucked up. It was like we had eaten at the bar. We were drinking. And then it was like 5 a.m. in the morning. It was just like, yo, I'm fucking starving. Let's go to the diner. And diner food always slaps when you're drunk. And we went to the diner. And it was like, we didn't get out of there until like 7 a.m. And then I was like, oh shit, I gotta be at work at noon. What the fuck are you doing, Chris? And then I remember I called my job and I was like, hey, yo, man, I can't come in today. Something happened. And, because I never call out of work, they were like, oh my God, are you okay? Is everything fine? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'll be back next weekend. Oh, man. I'm actually kind of glad I did call out that night because, like, I had a mean headache. I know it sounds like I'm a fucking alcoholic, but I am not alcoholic, you guys. I just have these fucking great stories. And those stories I just love talking about because they're so much fun. Yeah, but, like, these past 2 years, outside of that drinking incident, I've definitely had the least amount of alcohol. I mean, I still go out and drink. And I have fun, but I don't, it's because, it takes like two business days to recover and everything, especially with what you drink, which is why I preach drinking your water and staying hydrated and getting everything. $5 coming in from Havoc. Rhino's going to spike your drink on guys' night. Oh, God, I hope not. Shit. That's terrible. Out of context. Listen, so Rhino, for those who don't know, Rhino, you guys have seen him in the chat. Rhino is cousins with Havoc. And the three of us, we have guys' night every couple of months because, like, all being adults, like these guys are married, they have kids and everything. So it's hard to coordinate. But when we have guys' night, shit is fucking lit. We turn the fuck up. We on the rooftop bars and everything, man. But yeah, speaking of guys' night, we gotta coordinate that for next month, dude. It's been a minute. I went to have a shower. What did I miss? Oh, Maddie, we were talking about the times Neo was drunk as fuck. We're having some good time, Maddie. See, I stopped drinking so much when we started getting bud. Hey, listen, I like smoking more than drinking, honestly. I do. I definitely do, bro. $4.99 from Blue Century 19. I drank 10 Modelo's. Jesus. Maybe 5 or more shots of tequila. Oh, tequila is what, dude? Tequila? I don't do shots of tequila. Well, I will do shots of tequila, but it's just got to be that. I can't be mixing other shit because more stories. We'll save those for another time. We'll definitely save those for another time, my friend. Oh, man. So I had 5 shots of tequila, never made it to my bed, knocked my head on the table, and had my older cousin carry me to my room. Jesus. Well, I'm glad you made it out alive, bro. Modelo is awful. Modelo's not awful. It's decent. Hey, Neo, how would you rank the 4 sagas of DBZ? Favorite saga to me. I would definitely say I love the Cell and Android arc, so I put that as one saga. So I think that's my favorite. Second favorite would probably be the Saiyan saga. Third, I'm gonna say the third is probably gonna be the Boo saga. I know it's very controversial, and the fourth is the Frieza saga. But that doesn't mean that La Frieza Saga is the worst, in my personal opinion. I really love it, but it's just like, there's a lot of stuff that happened in the Buu Saga that I just love more. Have you seen Scream 6, Chris? Oh, I'm seeing it tomorrow, Alex. I'm seeing it tomorrow night. Oh, damn, you went to a strip club and no one told you about the back room? Damn. Yeah, you got to be careful, bro. You got to be careful, man. Strip clubs do got fire wings, though. 199 from Long Live Kevin Samuels. Have you ever drank moonshine? Yeah, bro. We was taking shots of moonshine. I got some moonshine in the fridge, actually. Neo, what are your thoughts on Michael B. Jordan's top 5 starter anime? The 5 anime being Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Hunter x Hunter. I mean, that's like basic normie starter 5. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's no big problem with it. Those are all solid picks. I don't have a problem with it. I know some people would be like, oh, you know, why didn't he say this or that? It's like, let that man, leave that man alone. He just gave us Creed 3. He ain't trying to bother nobody. How did you celebrate your 21st birthday? Very basic. I didn't do anything crazy. I did not. Me and my family just got together. We went out for a nice dinner, and I had a drink. My first legal drink. And that was it. I didn't go crazy. I didn't turn up. Like, all my crazy turn-up stories happen in my mid to late 20s. That's where I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I definitely want to see the new Suzume movie. My sister be roasting the fuck out of it because she's like, she saw Your Name, and she's just like, this movie. She's like, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it's like, has this man ever met a woman before? Like, she took issues with like how he wrote the women in that movie and everything. I was like, Olivia, leave it alone. The movie's cute. Just leave it alone. I just like, is this one gonna be the same thing? I was like, I don't know. Let's go see it. I chugged moonshine and infused fruit, not knowing any better, and my family was looking at me crazy. Oh shit! I thought I was bad. Y'all some crazy mofos. I never start anyone on anime that's 300 episodes. Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing, Don Otaku. That's the same thing with Dragon Ball as well. Like, but I can't fault it because you know that's probably what he grew up on, and he's probably saying like, "Yo, you want like dope shit, dope fight scenes? Watch Naruto or watch One Piece or something." Yo. I love calling Naruto Naruto. The older I get, I love it. I live for it. I live for it because it pisses people off. I was like, yeah, I'll be watching Naruto. And everyone who knows me, when they see me, they're just like, I know what he's doing. You know? They're like, yeah, man, I love Naruto. I love Sasuke. I love Sakura. I love, what's another name? Well, people say Madara. People say Madara. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are like the 3. Have you watched The Silent Voice before? Yes. Very sad movie. Also, another sad movie. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Oh, I just watched that for the first time a few months ago. That Jesus, that is a sad movie. My mom still calls Pokemon Pokemon, and it kills me. I love it. I live for it. Pokemon. Pikachu. Like, there's plenty of perfect starter anime to recommend to people. Like, I think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is a perfect starter anime. But I'm not going to fault someone if they say, yeah, watch whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. You know, like, I say Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I say Death Note, you know, short, palpable series. Cowboy Bebop, if you want to get a little more artsy. Yeah, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas really took me by surprise. I called Hidan Haiden. Yo, you want to know? Because so before I watched Naruto, before it was in the States, I used to call. I remember I had a big problem pronouncing shit back in the day. I used to like call because I was reading it. I didn't know the Hokage was spelled like pronounced Hokage. I thought it was Hokage. Listen, hooked on phonics. It eventually worked for me. My first anime was Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, my man is a man of culture. Love that. I love that for you, Modern XP. I'm gonna watch it, CJB. I'm gonna watch it at some point. Booby Tail. Yeah, Booby Tail. That is definitely a show that people enjoy. That is definitely a show that people enjoy. It's got some good music, I'll say that much. Hunter x Hunter is not a good starter anime. It sets the bar too high. Well, listen, you got that Kino shit, bro. I've been watching you ever since I was a kid. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, most of y'all I've known since I was like 14, 15 years old. That's absolutely insane to think about, y'all. But I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. Like, these are like the type of relationships you always hear people talk about. Like, yeah, I met this guy when we were playing like, you know, Magic the Gathering or some shit. We've been friends for 20 years. Or, you know, like we got together and we were collecting card games and we've been to Comic-Con since like 1980 something. Like, I love that shit, bro. It's amazing. My Hero Academia was your first one. That's a solid show. Now, if you're gonna watch Dragon Ball, what you need to start with is Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, that's the real starter pack right there. Because if you watch that, everything is up from there. You know? Or it's either gonna kill your love for it. Could you imagine if there was someone who saw Dragon Ball Evolution who didn't know anything about Dragon Ball and they're just like, this is the shit y'all be typing up? Like, that would kill a person. You won't have a problem with me to recommend School Days to somebody as their first anime. Listen, I want to see that. I'm definitely in the fuck around and find out phase of my life, so I want to see that. I just want to see you recommend it to somebody, have them watch it, and just be like, oh shit, let's see what the reaction is. Nah, School Days though. Code Lyoko for a starter anime? Boy, what was wrong with you? They could be watching Code Lyoko, they're just like, why do I feel like I'm watching the same scenes over and over again? And I'm like, blame the French. The reused ass animation. Which every country uses animation. Not like Code Lyoko. You never knew what episode of Code Lyoko you were watching. You never fucking knew except for that one piece of plot relevance. All that shit, you can watch Code Lyoko 5 days a week and you might not know what episode it is unless something significant happened. Everything else, how they got there on the fucking skateboards, people eating in the cafeteria, impacts. And what was up with Jeremy's voice anyway? It fluctuated from like, woo, 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 and then like really high pitched, like, oh, fucking piss me off, bro. Don't get me started on that shit. Fucking Code Lyoko stands. Listen. People talk about, like, you know, we talk about rights and we want, like, human rights and all that stuff. No, Code Lyoko fans do not deserve rights. They do not. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I really don't. Code Lyoko and they big-ass foreheads. And I have a big-ass forehead. Y'all over here saying that's okay. I'm tired of Code Lyoko fans, bro. Code Lyoko was so great. Where's Code Lyoko 2? Code Lyoko with that fucking intro song. Here we are going far. Listen, Code Lyoko fans, they go far in life. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you fucking what. I got time today. Do not tempt me, you guys. Do not tempt me. I got fucking time tonight. Well, actually, I don't, because we're gonna wrap up the stream in a bit. $2 for Julian Phoenix. What was your Saturday morning cartoon ritual? Not Code Lyoko. I'll tell you that much. Saturday morning cartoons. Okay. So, to me, the most amount of Saturday morning cartoons I watched was ironically on like Kids WB and shit like that. Like, yeah, I watched Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, but Kids WB had like the cool shit happening, man. Like we had the, you know, like Yu-Gi-Ohs and we had the Pokemans and we had all that stuff going on there, bro. And then, you know, like in the early 2000s, we got TMNT and all that greatness, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a lot of stuff. Like if I had time and I woke up like at 6 a.m., I would even switch the channels. I'd start at Cartoon Network and then I'd switch to Kids WB and everything. Like some good times, bro. And then the Saturday evenings, the Saturday evening blocks. Oh man, we had Toonami on the weekends and then all the other shit. Friday nights on Cartoon Network. Y'all remember Friday nights on Cartoon Network? That was an event, dude. That was an event. Hey Neo, do you like Rurouni Kenshin? Yeah, Kenshin's a really good show. Good show, good series. Great live action movies as well. Probably the best for anime. I'm reporting you for harassment. Oh, you ain't ever gonna know if I ever start Octopath Traveler 2 then. That's all I can say. Haha. Are we gonna get a proper Superman game? Shit, man. Maybe my great grandkid's life. Don, shut your goofy Lord of the Rings hating ass up. Yeah, tell him, Flame. Speak on a king. Oh, they have a live action Code Lyoko? That's a money laundering scheme. That's a money laundering scheme if I ever saw one, bro. Yeah, I've seen Your Name. I liked it. It was a nice, cute thing. Apparently, they're trying to do a live action version of that, which I think would be kind of cool, but like, I don't know. Is it necessary? Like, just watch the animated version. Were you into Total Drama? It was fun. I've seen a couple episodes. Do you guys remember that show 16? I remember vaguely watching that. It's good to see there aren't any Code Lyoko stands in this chat. I knew I rocked. I knew I rocked with some good people. I knew I rocked with it. Fuzzy Belvedere is just like, I'm loving this. I'm loving all this. Cartoon. Cartoon. Dun 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 dun. Cartoon. That brings me back, bro. How do you feel about the live action One Piece series? I really want to see it. Not that I'm looking forward to it, but I want to see what live action One Piece looks like. Like, just Luffy himself, the Gum powers. Like, I need to see how that's going to be pulled off in live action. It's going to be goofy. It's going to be strange. But I want to see how they handle it. Like, I know some people have more faith in it because the showrunner is a big fan of One Piece. And Oda supposedly gives his blessing. But I'll just wait for the quality of the show. Like, that's it. That's all it is. Everybody and their mama could come out there and say everything about the show, but if the show isn't good, I don't give a fuck what somebody says, you know? Do you think Avatar Last Airbender live action is going to be good? Actually, I'm more excited for the One Piece show than I am the Avatar show. I don't know why. They're both coming from Netflix, so we'll see. But I want to see the One Piece one. I feel like that'll be decent by comparison. But then again, who knows? It could be the opposite. It could be Code Lyoko. Why am I still on this fucking... I hate y'all. It could be Avatar that's actually decent and One Piece is trash. Or maybe they're both good. Or maybe they're both terrible. Either way, I want to see it. I'll give them both the benefit of the doubt with one episode. Thoughts on the live action Yu Hakusho? Yeah, they're apparently trying to do that. They filmed it. I don't know when it's coming out, but I don't know. I looked at those character portraits and shit, and I was like, oh no. $2 from Flame. Code Lyoko stands, rise up, I stand with you. Who's standing up? I don't think anyone's standing up except you and Julian Phoenix. So it's just the two of y'all. That's gonna be a short ass boycott. Hey, listen. Don't let my negative, grumpy ass stop y'all from enjoying Code Lyoko. If y'all enjoy Code Lyoko, more power to you. Listen, I love it. If y'all like it, I love it. Like, you know, that's just what it is. Hashtag I stand with Code Lyoko. Listen, there are some things that don't require a movement. There are some things that do not warrant a hashtag. And that poo is one of them. That right there. I have mixed feelings about Code Lyoko. See, Venus Love, you gotta write a nice essay. Do a video essay for us. And then you're gonna convince all the Code Lyoko stans to be like, you know what? I think Venus Love is right. And then there's me in the back just being like, yeah. I'm not Neo. If y'all love it, I hate it even more. That's a fact. Don Otaku is yo, man. Shout out to that boy Don Otaku. Shout out to that boy Don Otaku. You know, it took him 28 years to graduate high school, but you know, over here everybody is loved. They told him to write it, just write it in the bubble on the Scantron, and he's over there doing something else. Like, oh man. Neo, do you think the Wonder Woman game will be good? I gotta see gameplay first. I have to see gameplay. It's coming from the guys who did the Lord of the Rings games, and they're using the Nemesis system, so that should be cool. But I need to see gameplay. Everything comes down to gameplay and how it is. Oh, Xiaolin Showdown was pretty good. What Omi just did to that sentence, we're gonna do to you. We're gonna go for another 7 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're gonna wrap up the stream for tonight. Your boy's getting kind of hungry. I must consume. I must eat food. Jackie Chan Adventures, that's another quality show. Man, the humor of those shows back in the day was top notch. Dude, you want to know something? Man, as a kid, you know how as a kid when we used to write on a Christmas list things that we'd want? I remember one year I wrote like talismans from Jackie Chan Adventures. And I was thinking like, Santa, if you're there, can you just bring me the talismans from Jackie Chan? You don't have to bring me all the talismans, but you can just bring me the one I want. I think I wanted like the super speed one, the rooster. I don't know. Maybe it was that one. Maybe it was because I was born in the year of the rooster. I think that's what it was. And then Santa didn't bring them for me. And at that point I was like, my life is a lie. I think that's how I figured out Santa Claus wasn't real. I think that's how I figured it out. Because he didn't bring me the talismans from Jackie Chan Adventures. What am I eating tonight? I actually don't know. I might make some beef stir fry. I wager 3 of Jackie Chan's talismans that Neo is engaging in coitus tonight post stream. No, I'm not. I'm actually not, bro. I'm chilling. I'm being a good, wholesome child of God. I'm gonna read my Bible over there. I'm gonna say a lot of prayers. You know, I'm actually being serious. I'm not engaging in nothing tonight except video games. Maybe watch a movie. I don't think I'll get that Funko Pop, Chris. I haven't bought Funko Pops in a while. Yeah, the earlier Power Ranger seasons. Yo, like I said, Time Force is a dark as fuck Power Ranger show, bro. That first episode, that nigga straight up died. He's lying? No, what do I got to lie about? Lying that I won't have sex? That's weird. Usually it's the other way around. Why is my ear so red? Why is my ear so red compared to this one? What the fuck? I just noticed that. You guys see that? My left ear is red. My right ear is not. It's very strange. Very weird. I'm just noticing that in the camera. It's so fucking weird. I still have not watched Dragon Ball Super Superhero. I know it just came out on Blu-ray, so I'll probably pick it up, but yeah, I haven't. Chris is dying from an ear infection. Oh god, don't say that. This might be the last Ask Neo stream. Don't say that, sir. He on Demon Time. Haha, I'm joking. I loved you on the AACG podcast, dude. Oh, thank you, Mask. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fucking fun, man. I love doing that podcast. I love Jeremy. He's great. Oh, man. That sucks, Chris. But you know what? There's always going to be more opportunities, you know? There's one thing I've learned in life, you know? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And you'll get to where you need to get to when it's right. $5 coming in from Julian Phoenix. Why do you think they only make comedy cartoons now instead of good action adventure cartoons? Honestly, a lot more goes into creating and crafting a good action adventure cartoon, at least as it appeals to kids versus a comedy or something that's more slapstick humor, because you can have people that can write really good humor, but crafting action adventure shows and then also having to craft a story behind them takes a lot more. And I'll be real, a lot of like the action adventure shows were definitely like more long form content. And then it comes down to engagement when it comes to kids, like where they really want to spend the time doing that. And animating those kind of shows is extremely expensive too. So I think it just comes down to the vision of whatever the producers and the higher ups say is okay and what you can do. You know, I wish we got more action adventure shows out there. I mean, we every now and then Netflix does throw us a bone and we see that. But when it comes to like the commercial stuff that we see on TV, not so much. But, you know, Neo got infected by the Colioco virus. Jesus, don't say that, you guys. Imagine I end up being sick after this. I'm going to blame it on all of y'all. But to the same degree, you know, it's kind of like when it comes to anime too. There's not really a lot of giant robot mecha shows like there were back in the day. Like things nowadays, I mean, we still get really good anime now, but there's definitely leaning more towards the ecchi stuff, you know, the Dan Otaku type of shows. And then the isekais have run rampant more so than everything. I guess it's just like the unfortunate reality, you know, like Western animation, we're not going to get the crazy good animated adventure type animations, like good action adventure stuff. Hey, what's going on, Maurice? Good to see you, man. The hair is looking luxurious. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's pretty chill right now. I'm due for a haircut. It's been like been like, what, I think 3 weeks or so. So I got to get this taken care of. Got to get this shaped up, all that stuff. But as far as like maintenance goes, a little bit of wolf action going. It's pretty chill. What's up, UG6? How you doing, brother? I hate how you guys are coming in like right as the stream is about to wrap up. Because that's what we're about to do. That's what we're about to do, ladies and gentlemen, because the clock is about to strike 8:30 p.m., which means it is time for us to wrap up another fantastic and fabulous episode of Ask Neo. Thank you guys so much, as always, for coming through to the podcast. Thank you guys so much for all the support, the channel memberships, the super chats, the likes, and just showing up here in general. Like it's fucking fun. Like every week we doing this shit. But before we go, as I'm sure many of y'all know, we have to do something that has become a custom on the Ask Neo streams. We got to have ourselves a hydration check. And don't y'all say your goodbyes before you do the hydration check. You know what it is. You know what you signed up for. Now, what is a hydration check, you ask? A hydration check is my way of keeping y'all accountable. Making sure you're drinking your water, keeps your body fluids nice. It's good for your hair. It's good for your skin. It's good for everything in your systems, right? No water checks. I only have water molecules. Well, look at you, Bella. Miss Fancy Pants. Miss Fancy. Where'd you get that t-shirt from? Oh, so my girlfriend got this for me from Atsuko. If you guys really want to purchase amazing high quality anime merchandise that's officially licensed, that is not cheap stuff at like Hot Topic or whatever, Atsuko.com. ATSUKO. Atsuko. They are really awesome. They have a ton of great sales. You can get a lot of cool merch from there. But yeah, before that, we're gonna have ourselves a hydration check. So grab your favorite H2O beverage of choice. I am water. Does that count? I mean, if you want to drink your piss, you can do that. No moonshine, no tequila, no vodka. I know how y'all savages can be. But on the count of 3, ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3. Hydration. I just finished half a gallon. Okay, Maurice, that's good. I'm working on, okay, so this, I had this during the stream. This is my green juice. I got all my greens and vitamins and minerals and all that. This was, like 15 ounces, I want to say. So it's 12. This was 16 ounces. So this is 16 ounces of water. I had 16 ounces of water before the gym. And then the gym, I drank 40 ounces. And then I had some of this. And I'll probably finish this by the end of the night. So I'll be good. I drank ice cream. Well, look at you. Look at you. Bella, that's amazing. Good for you. I'm happy for you. I am so happy for you. Got my water on deck. I love that. All right, guys. So that wraps up the stream for tonight. You guys have yourselves a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you're doing. Continue being the excellent individuals that you are. Do something great with your lives. Get a lot of rest. Eat a lot of food. Have a lot of great sex. And from me to you for now, my name is NGS signing out. And like always, Kolioko fans don't deserve any rights. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.